What if your assessments could do more than measure learning? What if they could drive it? Hi, I'm Amy Gardner, Associate Dean for Faculty Development and Director of the Academy of Medical Educators here at the University of Colorado School of Medicine. Join me in spending a few minutes with Dr. Jennifer Adams, Associate Dean of Medical Education, and learn some of her practical tips to turn your assessments into powerful tools for growth, not just grades.
Imagine this. A learner receives an end-of-rotation evaluation that simply says meets expectations. No comments, no feedback, no direction. It's a final judgment, not a learning moment. Without insight into what went well or what could improve, the opportunity for growth is lost. Now imagine instead they receive targeted feedback, reflect on their performance, and revise their approach. That's the difference between assessment of learning and assessment for learning. One measures, the other motivates. Hi, I'm Jennifer Adams, Professor of Medicine and Associate Dean of Medical Education here at the University of Colorado School of Medicine. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce you to some of my tips for implementing assessment for learning into your educational practice. But first, what is assessment for learning and why does it matter? Assessment for Learning, or AFL, is a formative approach that uses assessment as a tool to support and enhance learning, not just to evaluate it. Unlike summative assessments, which judge performance at a single point in time, AFL is meant to be ongoing, interactive, and learning-centered. It involves feedback, reflection, and dialogue, helping learners understand where they are, where they need to go, and how to get there. Assessment for learning also fosters a growth mindset. When learners view assessments as part of the learning process rather than a final judgment, they're more likely to engage deeply, take risks, and persist through challenges, resulting in improved performance, confidence, and learner satisfaction. Are you intrigued? Here are 5 practical ways to implement assessment for learning into your teaching endeavors. First, use low-stakes, frequent assessments. Incorporate quizzes, case discussions, or concept checks that provide immediate feedback. These help learners identify gaps early and reduce anxiety around high-stakes assessments. Another tip is to make feedback actionable. Feedback should be specific, timely, and focused on behaviors. Encourage dialogue around feedback to ensure understanding and jointly discuss what the learner can do next time to improve. A third way to implement AFL is to encourage self-assessment and reflection. Ask your learners to evaluate their own performance before receiving feedback. You can use prompts like, what went well, or what might change. This builds metacognitive skills and ownership of learning. Fourth, align assessment with learning goals. Ensure that assessments reflect the competencies and objectives you're teaching. This helps learners see the relevance and the purpose of each activity. And finally, create a safe learning environment. Learners must feel safe to make mistakes and to ask questions. Normalize formative assessment as a routine part of learning, not a judgment of worth. Assessment for learning is more than a technique, it's a philosophy. By shifting our focus from grading to growth, we empower our learners to take ownership of their own development. In health professions education, where the stakes are high and the learning curve is steep, AFL offers a path towards deeper understanding, towards resilience, and towards excellence. Let's use assessment not just to measure learning, but to drive it.